All right. We're back with another one. Smith Cartel channel. Y'all like and subscribe. So let's see here. I'm El Jefe. I'll be your host right now. So check it out. Let's see what we got here. So, from what I'm seeing, we got the Lord. Got the Hodge twins back again with another one. I haven't even seen this video yet. It just popped up on my stream not too long ago. So we gonna check it out and see what's going on. Oh, they must got different channels because I subscribe to the other one. All right, so we gonna go ahead and check it out. So, black comedian on TikTok pokes fun at the victim mindset often seen in black community. Oh Lord, y'all gonna get me started with this. All right, y'all. So shout out to the Hodge twins. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. We gonna go through this. So just be ready. Don't get your feelings hurt. I'm gonna try not to hurt your feelings because I'm gonna tell the truth. You know, I can speak on it, and it's funny because I was just talking to one of my friends about that. I was like, you know, in my family and all that, it's so many different races, because I know I'm Panamanian, Puerto Rican, and black, so it's like I've seen so many different dynamics in different areas of my family. It's funny, but also, you know what I'm saying, like my kids, some of them, my kids, they half white, so it's like, oh Lord, you know, I've seen so many dynamics, but I was mixed, so I grew up differently than everybody else. I grew up getting it rougher than anybody else because I got it from all sides. Nah, but I'm just playing. But let's check it out. Let's see what they talk about. Because, man, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't watched it yet. So we going to dissect it and see what we got. Let me skip this ad.
Yeah. Got a new show for y'all.
Got a damn good show.
I love damn good show.
Man, this Negro.
Oh, hell, here we
He's
go.
making black people great again.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell.
We need more
go.
Negroes like this.
I don't believe it. I
Just
believe
set
it.
the other Negroes straight.
I believe it.
Go to the video. There's nobody want to say it. I'ma say it. Black people has to be the best race in the nation. Just think about it. All the best athletes are black. All the top actresses are black. All the best content creators are black. And we always get thought about doing something bad or shooting somebody or being a thug, but that's not even the case most of the time. I'm just getting tired of this world downing our people, bro. Because, like, most of the people that are in jail are black, bro. And I'm starting to really notice it, bro. And we really be going through the most struggle. Just by being the color of our skin, bro, we just get, like, judged, bro. Like, am I lying? If it was a chart for who is the best race in America, we would be number one. Go Blacks! I don't care if you're not. Watch this. I'm just speaking my truth at this point. Ain't that what it's all about? Opinions and how we feel about each other or how we feel?
Y'all know this has got to be a skit. Nah.
It's a prank. Gotcha.
I knew it. I love him. I was like, what the hell is he full of? He full of it. I was like, ain't no way in hell. This dude got to be tripping.
I like him. Yeah, I like him too.
Yeah, I like that dude. That dude was funny,
That
man.
Negro's gonna go far.
Very far.
He pointed out how black, like the black victimhood, it just ruins black people.
Yeah.
You know? And he made
Sure
a joke
does.
about y'all. That's
Yeah.
what y'all look like.
Real talk.
That's a great video. That video's
Real
gonna go down in history.
It is.
Yeah. It's the
It is.
when black people became fully aware. He's just like
telling
Scott
you.
Nair. Like you talking about the Terminator? When Scott Nair became fully aware. Hey Kelvin.
But-
he's gonna go down in black history. Just like Rosa Parks when she didn't want to give up her seat to the white man. He's gonna go down in history. Open up black people's eyes. Show them how sorry we are. And we need to get our stuff together.
Yeah, and his attitude.
Yeah,
He's
man.
gonna go for like
Yeah,
he's gonna. Don't get me wrong. He's gonna make mistakes, but he's gonna get back
He's
up.
gonna
And
get back up and he's gonna
before it's all said
go
and done.
after it.
Well, he knows.
He won't give up.
This dude is gonna be very successful.
He
'cause
is.
He doesn't have
He
that
is.
chip on the shoulder. He's not gonna
victimize himself.
He knows by this video. He knows that his life is based on choices.
choices and what he does.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
based on his skin color.
Yeah.
That's
Some
right.
people, a lot of people's going to slam the door in your
On
face.
merit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you are the type of person that's going to make your own choice.
Yeah.
You're going to create your own road.
Yeah, he knows
That's
that
right.
he controls his own fate.
His own
That's why
destiny.
we're successful. That's
That's right.
why you is going to be very. What?
Oh, he done broke some shit.
Need another microphone, man. Hey, man,
I'm only laughing because I did that. It sounded the same on
Well,
mine.
damn, screw
I
it.
deleted
Shit
that whole
broke.
video. I said, man, ain't that
You
something?
know who probably broke that, right?
Y'all know I don't do
That
takes.
Negro
I
down
just
there.
don't do it. You know, somebody. So I was just like, hey, look, it is what it
You
is.
gonna go far,
I have to
man.
delete that.
But limit your Negro friends to a minimum of 2.
Yeah, they breaking stuff, always complaining.
Oh Lord.
This video is crazy. Yeah, man.
Wait a minute. I ain't get your take.
Oh shit! I didn't hook my hold on. I ain't even
Okay.
hooked my thing up.
Oh,
Or
okay.
whatever. I ain't got
I
my,
wouldn't give you
so you just gonna hear my voice or whatever.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't agree with this nigga. So
Yo, great with him.
man, I don't play the race thing. Like everybody knows
Oh,
me.
my
I've said it on here
God.
1,000 times. I'm not trying to be self-righteous. I'm not trying to be all that. But you know, over time, I truly do not do the race thing.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't. If
Yeah,
if
he
he
said
didn't
he
say
don't.
psych, I'm like, okay, cool. But if he did, it's funny.
He wouldn't care.
Yeah,
Because he
yeah.
don't. He's like,
you know
I
what?
am-
I
it's-
think his whole
it's
point of view
nothing there.
was that very same sentiment you shared.
See,
He
this-
doesn't play race.
Here's
Yeah,
the thing, too.
that's what it
right?
is.
I
He
think
don't give a
that
damn about
black
race.
people need to recognize the things that are a detriment to their society and start to change those
Yeah.
things themselves instead of
Yeah.
waiting for somebody to change it
do
for
it
them.
for him.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
opinion on
Yeah.
that. So
He right.
yeah, the psych part is
He
him
right.
saying like, you know, you have those that you have those on every race and every ethnicity. There's that we can't do no wrong. Like you,
Right.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we
It's always
Yeah.
somebody
we
else's fault.
stereotype too. All Asians are smart. I know some dumb Asians. Okay.
Yeah, like for real.
I know some really stupid
some
ones. I'm
dumb
telling
ones.
you.
Yeah.
You know, so everybody's not a monolith. Everybody has their own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Set of
Yeah.
like how you grew up, and there's a lot of variables that play into an individual.
Right.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I
that
judge
make a
the
person
person by
who
the
it
person.
is.
I
Yeah,
don't.
that's it.
When
All
somebody
about
walks
who they
up to
are.
me, like I might, yeah, of course, it's a white person. It's a this, or that. But I'm judging your character. I'm not looking at.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's how.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's why I am too.
But it was
Exactly.
funny. Yeah,
I think that's what he was trying to say.
Yeah, that's why.
He was using satire.
Yeah, I
think
like.
what
That's
he
why
was-
I
Yeah.
judge people too. But I tell you what, it's 2:00 at night, and I walk down the street and I see some Negroes coming towards me. I'm going crossing the street,
I'm clutching already.
toes off.
It's time to give up our new giveaway. It's a Dodge Ram power truck. And we about to do something we ain't never did before.
Oh,
It's a camp,
man.
not on you.
Oh, shout out to the Hodge twins, man. They got me over here laughing in tears, man. That's funny. But real talk, they ain't lying, man. I mean, you know, if you really think about it, you know what I'm saying? Let me get this microphone over here where y'all can hear me better. If you really think about it, you know what I'm saying? When you look at stuff, you know, he's not lying. The man, I grew up seeing it, so I don't care what anybody says. I've seen it more than most. The victimhood. It's like a victim mentality or something. I don't know what it is. It's just like, what? Like I see it with people, customers, people, employees, family, all of it. You see the victim. Like I remember one of my cousins, right? And she's I think she's, well, I wouldn't say ain't nobody full black, but she black. She from my black side of my family. And I remember one time she was sitting there, and what did she do? It disgusted me. Oh, because she was like, oh yeah, she did something. I think she hit somebody in a car or something, but she used the fact of, she tried to use her race to get out of the ticket, even though it was her fault. And that disgusted the hell out of me, because I was like, damn. I said, and don't get me wrong, I know people lie to get out of tickets and stuff and get out of accidents and stuff, but you know what I'm saying? She had hurt this man. I mean, his back, his neck, everything got messed up on this man, and she was perfectly fine, but she was steadily saying that this man was racist. He didn't like black people. He didn't like this. He didn't like that. And I'm like, That man was the nicest man in the world. He was never once that way. And it was crazy because she tried to use it up until the point when he came in the courtroom and his wife was black. You know what I'm saying? And it was just crazy to me. Then she tried to say, that's what I'm saying. They double down and keep going. She tried to say, oh, he just married her so he could prove a point. This man had been married to her for 20-something years. 20-something years. And she just sat there and kept on lying and kept on lying. I'm looking at her like, and it disgusted me, man. And that was the moment when I realized that all the stuff that I knew when I was a youngster that everybody tried to down me and put me down for was true. It's funny how when I was a kid, I saw all this plain as day, clear as day. Nobody listened. Nobody listened. Everybody was like, oh, you can't do that. You can't say that. You got to be this way. You got to be that way. And I never was. You know why? Because I know how to fight. So that's just that. But it was like, people would tell me stuff, man, like my sister laugh now. Everybody do, all my family, because I tell them all the time, any of them, black side, Hispanic side, it don't matter. I tell them all. All of them is just ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Because if you know the Hispanic, the Puerto Rican side of my family, they more about pride and about how they look, their appearance and pride, you know, and stuff, and respect and stuff. And then you got the Panamanian side, they're more free thinkers. They're more innovative. They're like, ooh, you know, and then I got the black side that are just thugs. They is like gruesome, man. I'm like, dude, y'all is just, they make my head hurt. You know, I love them. I love them with all my heart. I love all my family, but that part of my family, I mean, all of them make my head hurt. Let's not tell the lie. 'Cause man, when my Thea get the beep, 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 in my ear about nothing, I'm like, look here. But you know, looking at all those dynamics and stuff, yeah, like it's always been an aggression thing. Like I remember when my mama passed, right? This is a true story. True story. I remember my mama passed. We was standing out there, and the funeral director and them was bringing. They had the hearse. They brought the limos. They had the hearse and everything. And I remember it was crazy because my grandma always said, she said, "Don't let me ride home in a Lincoln." It's like, what? She said, "Don't let me go home in a Lincoln. I want to go in a Lac." I was like, "Mama, you ain't." I was young then, so I was telling Mama, "You ain't going nowhere. You ain't never going nowhere." You know, I really just didn't want it to happen. So when she did pass, it was hard and stuff. But we're all standing out there, and I'll never forget it because I took it the most because that was my mama, man. She was actually my grandma, my abuelita, but she raised me and everything. That was my mama, and so I remember I took it real hard when she passed, and my grandpa called me in the room before we even got to going, and he gave me these two pills. They were little tiny pills, and I want to say, I can't remember. I think they was either yellow or pink. Whatever they was, he called them a Valium. He said, my abuelita used to call them "I don't give a damn" pills. So he gave me two of them, so I was cool. So I was like, kind of like just scoping everybody. But the thing is, when you give somebody like me that type of pill, two of them, there was a reason I wasn't prescribed. And I'm mugging everybody and watching people. I'm looking at them and stuff. And I'm like, and then we get outside front and the people get there with the limos. And my auntie, from my black side, gonna stand there because they got stuck in a little bit of traffic. So they were like 3 minutes late from the time they said they were gonna be there, which nobody cared. Everybody was like, it's all good, you know. And then she gonna sit there and start cussing, talking about, damn, y'all couldn't get here on time. Y'all some ignorant people. Y'all slow. What's wrong with y'all? Is this a black-owned company? And and then my auntie, my Thea, she was like, she told, well, I ain't gonna say I'll just say Cayete. I ain't gonna say the full word, but she told her that. And she's like, you know, she went and told her, she said, stop being so ignorant. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, and this is my Hispanic, this is my Panamanian auntie. She's telling her, stop being so ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Stop downing these, because it was a black owned, I guess, yeah, because it was in Virginia. So it was a black owned funeral home. But, you know, the dudes, them guys were awesome, okay? They were awesome. And she just was being so ratchet, man. And I remember when we went into the cemetery, they had all these chairs set up. I mean, it was a lot of chairs, a lot of people. And I remember she was just like, she sat there and she sat down. And it was like everybody went in under the little tent thing. And we went over here under the tent and everybody was standing, you know? Like, it was weird because nobody had spoken to each other or said nothing. But everybody was just standing there waiting. For what? Nobody knew. But then when my aunt sat down, everybody went to the whole other side and sat down. And I realized everybody had the same thought process because we was not finna sit next to her because she was one of them type want to fall out and holler and, you know, ain't nobody got time for all that, man. You gonna get somebody else a heart attack out here. So, you know, I've seen a lot of ignorance. I've seen, you know, I went to a wedding and I didn't want to go. My Olita and my Olito made me go. They said, you gonna go with us? So I went, you know, man. And I went and I didn't want to go. I really didn't. But honestly, if you ask me now, I think it was because we needed to have more people there. So I guess I was there because I wasn't, you know. And so we went. And I remember my cousins and them, they was getting married and she was getting married and all that stuff. And it was like, my grandma always was like, my mama was like, I don't like to keep up with the Joneses. That's what she used to say all the time. I was saying, I don't keep up with the Joneses. And I used to be like, at first I never knew what that meant. Then I grew up and I started learning what it meant. As I was like, when I was like 13, I realized what it meant. And I took on that, you know. But I was just like, man, you know, and they had this wedding and it was just, if it was white folks, y'all would have called it a shotgun wedding. So I don't know what I'm going to call it ghetto. I said, what in the world? All this BS, everything. It looked like she took stuff from everything off of TV and tried to do it and it came out ghetto. It was like, what the? I'm talking about, man, you supposed to have doves. You got crows. You supposed to... supposed to have rose petals. You got sunflower seeds. You know, man, it was weird. And then they was like, they said that part. What's that part they say? If you, dang, it was right there on my tongue. Speak. The part where they say, speak now or forever hold your peace. If everybody talks, somebody mad, whatever. So that's what they said. And then this lady stood up. I don't know who the hell this lady was. I don't know who she was. I'm like, I looked at my mama. I said, she said, don't say that. Just said that. I said, okay. That lady started cussing and the lady in the dress started cussing. My cousin started cussing. It was just a big old thing. And then they started fighting. And my Olita and Olito said, let's go. I said, okay. We got up. She said, we leaving. Cause see, the way I was raised was they carried pistols on them all the time. My dad had a gun. I mean, he had a Bible that he kept in his inner pocket, his breast pocket, inside his breast pocket. And it was probably about yay big. And it had a Derringer cut out of it. And that's where he kept his Derringer, little Derringer. Y'all know what those is, a little gun. He carried that mug with him and everything, man. And he had an ankle one, and he had one in his back. It was just, for some reason, he was ready for war every day. He said, oh, I'm ready. Whenever the war come, I'm ready for it. I'm like, ooh-wee. That and Publishers Clearinghouse, he was ready for both if they came to the... I said, I hope Publishers Clearinghouse don't come, because he played that for years and never won. And I said, this man gonna pop a cap at one of them if they come up in here. Because he gonna go, what the hell took y'all so long? But yeah, man, nah, man, it's just crazy, man, how I saw the different dynamics, you know, even the Puerto Rican side of my family. Puerto Rican side of my family, I remember, man, they used to fight all the time. But it wasn't ghetto. It was just stupid. It was just stupid and ignorant. It was like, what? Like they would fight over. Like I had some uncles that I never forget. They fought right there out in the Virgin Islands. We were in the Virgin Islands, and my grandma never had took me out there with them. They fought right there on the beach in front of everybody. And they was boxing over the same girl. Because the other one didn't want to be a punk. I ain't no punk. I ain't scared. And I ain't scared of you. And then they start fighting. And the reason they start fighting was because my mama was right there. And that's who she's my grandma, but she, like I said, she's my mama. So to them, they was like, you ain't going to make me look soft in front of her. My grandparents were built different. They would tell you, you ain't fighting in my house breaking my furniture, but take your butt outside and get it done. Don't kill each other. Crazy family styles, man. I mean, my mama was, man, my mama had me so twisted in the head, man. I didn't know what was going on. Like when I was little, my grandma would whoop me and be whooping me, and I'll be hollering, ow, ow, because she would be like a runaway slave, ow. And she'd be like, oh, you want it? You better shut up. You better stop crying. Stop crying. And I stopped crying. Then she said, oh, you want to be tough? I'm going to give you something to holler. I will make you holler. You want to try to, like, I was so confused when I was getting a whooping. She'd tell me, oh, I'm going to give you something to cry about when you cried. Then when you didn't cry, she'd be like, oh, you want to be tough? I'm going to break you. I'm going to make sure you learn. So it was like, you didn't know what to do. You just lay there like, just do it. Just get it out the way, man. I don't care what you got to do. Just do it because I ain't got time. You know what I'm saying? But, and it was crazy, man. But then my daddy, he was quiet as a church mouse. Put it this way, my daddy was so quiet and people were so feared of him. They feared him so bad that when he spoke, everybody shut up. He'd say something, everybody be like, oh. Literally. That's respect. Real talk. But all right, man, I'm going to get out of here, man. I know y'all, we had some fun, man. I veered off. We had some fun, though. Got to go a little nostalgia and think about the family times and stuff. We can do some more of that, too. Y'all let me know in the comments, man. I'll talk about those times, man. Shoot, I remember all kinds of different times, So y'all like and subscribe to the channel, Smith Cartel channel. I'm El Jefe. I'll see y'all on the next one. And like and go check out the Hodge twins. They funny, man. They got some funny stuff over there. I'm funny too, though. All right, y'all. I'll holler at y'all. Y'all be safe to my kids and my niece. I love y'all.